Welcome to this detailed journey through the fascinating history of the wheat penny, one of the most iconic coins in American history, a symbol of change, progress, and national pride. The story of the wheat penny begins in the early 20th century, when the United States Mint decided to redesign its 1-cent coin to reflect the spirit of a growing and evolving nation. Before the wheat penny, there was the Indian head cent, which had been in circulation since 1859. Designed by James Barton Longacre, the Indian head cent was well loved. But by the early 1900s, President Theodore Roosevelt felt that American coins lacked the artistic beauty and symbolism found in ancient Greek and Roman designs. He wanted coins that represented the greatness of America and its ideals of liberty, labor, and opportunity. To bring this vision to life, Roosevelt commissioned sculptor Victor David Brenner, a talented artist who had previously designed a plaque of Abraham Lincoln Brenner's admiration for Lincoln's legacy, made him a natural choice for the project, and in 1909 the new Lincoln cent was born. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, rather than an allegorical figure, and that person was none other than Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president who had guided the country through the Civil War and the abolition of slavery. The coin's obverse featured a dignified portrait of Lincoln facing right, inspired by a photograph taken by Matthew Brady Brenner's design, captured Lincoln's wisdom and humility, and his initials VDB appeared subtly at the bottom of the reverse side. The reverse design showcased two simple stalks of Durham wheat curving inward toward the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin phrase e pluribus unum above, which means out of many one. These wheat ears represented America's agricultural strength and its hard-working citizens. It was this design that earned the coin its famous nickname, the wheat penny. When the coin was released on August 2, 1909, it caused an immediate sensation. People lined up at banks to get their hands on the new Lincoln cent. But controversy arose almost immediately. Critics argued that Brenner's initials VDB were too prominent on the reverse, and within days, the Mint ordered their removal, making the 1909 VDB cents instantly rare and highly sought after by collectors. The Philadelphia Mint and the San Francisco Mint both produced coins that year, and the 1909 SVDB pennies from San Francisco became some of the most famous and valuable cents in American numismatic history. Over the years, the wheat penny underwent minor changes, but its design remained largely the same for half a century. The early years from 1909 to 1916 saw coins with sharp details and high relief. But World War I and changes in minting technology led to subtle design modifications. In 1917, Brenner's initials were restored, this time on the obverse below Lincoln's shoulder in much smaller letters. The 1920s and 1930s were challenging times in American history, and the wheat penny witnessed it all, from the prosperity of the Roaring '20s to the hardship of the Great Depression. The penny remained a reminder of endurance and unity. During these years, mintages fluctuated dramatically, with some coins being produced in massive quantities, while others were made in very small numbers, creating rare key dates that collectors still treasure today. One of the most famous is the 1922 plain cent struck in Denver without a visible mint mark due to a worn die, making it a rare variety highly valued in the collecting world. When World War II broke out, the mint faced a critical material shortage. Copper was essential for ammunition and other war supplies. So in 1943, the mint experimented with a new composition, making pennies out of zinc-coated steel. These steel cents had a silvery appearance and were often mistaken for dimes. They also rusted easily and caused confusion in vending machines. The public disliked them, and by 1944, the mint returned to a bronze alloy made from recycled shell casings from the war effort, giving rise to what collectors affectionately call the shell case cents. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, the wheat penny remained a fixture of daily life. Children collected them in jars, parents used them for groceries, and they circulated through every corner of the nation. Each Penny was a tiny piece of history carrying the image of Lincoln and the spirit of America. As the years passed, the mint improved production quality and the coins became more uniform, though minor variations in color and luster still fascinated collectors. By the late 1950s, however, the United States was looking forward to modernization, and a new design was proposed to mark the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. In 1959, the reverse of the penny was changed from the wheat design to a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, ending the 50-year run of the beloved wheat penny. The final year of issue 1958 marked the close of a significant chapter in American coinage history. Even after production ceased, the legacy of the wheat penny endured. Collectors and historians alike recognized its importance not only as currency, but as a cultural symbol. It represented a bridge between the 19th century and the modern age, a testament to craftsmanship, patriotism, and economic resilience. Millions of Americans who grew up using wheat pennies remember them fondly, and coin collectors today still hunt for rare dates, mint marks, and varieties. Among the most coveted are the 1909 SVDB, the 1914D, the 1922 plain, and the famous 1955 double-die obverse, where the date and lettering appear doubled, creating a striking visual effect. The wheat penny also tells the story of technological progress. As minting technology improved, so did the precision and consistency of coin production. Early wheat pennies often show weak strikes or uneven coloration due to the limitations of early 20th century minting presses. Later issues, however, especially those from the 1950s, exhibit sharp details and brilliant luster thanks to better equipment and quality control. Beyond the metal itself, the wheat penny reflects America's social and economic journey. Through the Roaring Twenties, Depression era, and wartime economy, it remained a stable and trusted symbol of value. People carried them in pockets during job searches in bread lines and during moments of triumph and despair. The face of Lincoln on the obverse became a constant reminder of unity and perseverance. Through decades of change, the wheat penny represented not just money but meaning. Collectors today often begin their numismatic journeys with wheat pennies because they are affordable, accessible, and rich in history. Searching through old jars and rolls of coins for hidden treasures has introduced generations of hobbyists to the excitement of coin collecting. Many people still dream of finding that rare 1909 SVDB or 1955 double die in circulation, although most have long been taken out of everyday use.